Okay, I'm back. Back again. La na 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 na. Okay, where was I? Yeah, that. I'm going to open sesame. Okay, near Oraibi, Arizona, there is a petroglyph known as Prophecy Rock, which symbolize many Hopi prophecies. Okay, the Hopi end times prophecy speaks of their awaited Pahana, the lost white brother from the stars. Oh, this is why this is So see, can you see the doubt in me? It's so overwhelming that I have to doubt it. I doubt it so much that I don't believe it. So I start crying because it's so much to take in. Okay. When I came here, I came from another star system. I came from the Sagittarius star system. And I told my best friend, or one of my best friends, and he said I was crazy. It took me 2 months to get him to understand that I was not crazy. 2 months. I just knew stuff, but at the same time I didn't, because I was deceived by others, and I stopped believing in myself because of others. But because of others, I also learned a lot that I needed to learn. So it's always, it was meant to be, because yeah, it's it's meant to be anyways. Everything has a good end and a bad end, but together they are a lesson. That is the whole combining of the duality, which many kind of messes up, or some kind of understands, like night and day makes cycle. Okay, let's go back. The Bahana will be identified by a great symbol, the Templar cross. No, you are all familiar with. No, no, it's not the Templar cross. The Templar cross was made out of... I need to... No, I can do this. Yeah, I'm going to go into that here soon, because it was because of that this and the word there, which I will come to, which took me to the oh okay, here it is there, and Jesus. Oh, this will be good, great enough. Can you see the cross? Didn't that deity have? Or did he not go through the hole? No, probably not. I don't know. Krishna is another. Yeah. Hindu gods. Okay. When you find inner peace, then when you find inner peace, your electromagnetic field will expand, and with it, your feelings will grow even bigger with the expression. You can see here, down here, that that is the light. That is formed as a cross up and down here. It looks like a cross. It goes down in the throat, to the mid, and then out here, out there, out here in the back. It goes right through the head, right through the head here, and right through the head here. I have no idea if I even emit it. Or yeah, I will emit it as soon as I stop doubting myself. But yeah. It's like The Matrix. Many have seen The Matrix. Neo is told that he is the one by Morpheus, but Morpheus is wrong. Neo is but one of many, which is the one. So that's also the thing. I tend to I think I've seen all videos, movies, series that happen to talk about gods. That happen to yeah. It's the glory of God, which has been said to be a Gloria. Angels emit it because angels are good-hearted people and they are know what they are, and therefore they accept themselves. And when they accept themselves, they illuminate after they have built up values and stuff like that. Because if you're not good-hearted, you're not able to give out um, the light. Yeah, well, you still have Lucifer, but Lucifer is the belief that you are God. I'm a God. You're a God. We are gods. It's the step before, the step that when you have problems with the whole loving others, but it's supposed to be love yourself, which is everyone else. So the whole thing kind of messes a lot up, and there's a lot of good people out there. There's a lot of angels speaking out, but there's also a lot of people that believe they are angels and haven't really taken in the well, the guidelines and all that. It's guidelines so that you know. Well, it's something that's written so that people will actually have something to go back on. Because in heart, we already know how to behave. We just need to accept it and learn on on our own way to exceed the point of ascension. And point of ascension is when everyone have ascended and we all transcend into the next phase. Um, let's see. And let's see here. And the missing piece of the sacred tablet, now kept by the elders, which are in fact the legendary tablet of destiny. I haven't read the emerald tablets. I bought the book Kybalion uh, last month, so I'm gonna get it this month, around the time that this is actually released, I think. So I'm gonna how shall I put it? Hide myself for a while I'm reading. Maybe, yeah, I don't want to be praised. I'm just no one putting out truth. So, that history records are in the possession of Lord Enlil, the name of the Hopi new Lord Rael by Hopi. The name the Hopi knew Lord Rael by, and yeah, I've looked up Rael. I even decoded some of the things there, and what he says is kinda sexy, but I see that more or less like the Antichrist, because Christ stood for goodness, and this Lord Rael, he he plays into the whole delusion of play into the whole delusion of not God not being forgiving. That's an antichrist. God is love, and all gods were love, and they were combined to the God, which is everything, all. It's fine if you don't want to believe, because it's your free will to do so. You believe in yourself if you want to. If not, you don't. It's as simple as that. And this Rael was like bringing up things that happened long before. Long before. I don't even know if I have any other lives before this. Maybe one life was what we got, and then we have just illusioned up a lot of stuff, or not. If we go to the Torah codes, for example, which, yeah, of course, you know the Tablets of Destiny as the Torah code. Yeah, and I haven't read it because I can't read Hebrew. So, but I've been looking at the Torah code. Yeah, and Tablets of Destiny. I talked about the the Emerald tablets or something like that. Thought, thought, thoth, thoth. Um, an Egyptian deity. Um, well, we have we have a story that's older, or it's not older. It's, I believe, the Torah to be the most correct, but then if I do that, well, it's the way of God is to know, or to have your, to be on your path, to know that there is nothing to fear. That is the true nature of all religions. And then you can be acceptant of a lot of things, or create a lot of things. But creating stuff or walking into realms that you don't understand is not a good idea. That's and this is why things like monsters and demons even came to be, because people didn't understand, so they instead banished magic and some, yeah, and and it's like this. I've always seen the world as more or less like the game Arcanum, where you play as a character and you your choice is to go either magic or science. And I always had the problem with either of them. Uh, So I always went in the mid, and it's so difficult to play a game wait, when you have two choices, or you have a bar, so you can use both. But to be completely in the middle of that bar is extremely difficult. But yeah, I wanted to do that because I'm me. Yeah, complete? No, not really. Not yet. Not that. But yeah. So the Hopis are looking for a white brother. Can someone please help me become like not something else? uh, yeah, I need to laugh a bit. I need to I need to see the positive in everything. I've read the Hopi prophecies. It was a time when I saw them. I started to cry, but I didn't understand why. Every time I saw an Indian, I started to cry. Actually, I had this deity coming to me in a dream, or it wasn't a dream. I was meditating, and there was a deity coming forth. It looked like a mummy or a priestess mummy, but no flesh. It was like bandage that formed the body and the head and the whole uh, strange. Yeah, this was when I believe in other deities. I do, but they are supposed to be someone to strive to become, not to be, become equal with, not to be with. You understand? Anyway, that strange deity kind of looked upon me, and the bandage was like bandage on one side, and on the other side it was stars. And I looked upon it, and the only thought that I could emit was beautiful. And it started to blush, and then whoa, what happened? And I was forced out of my meditation. Um, the thing is with meditation is really, really important, and that is what's meant with the I don't even know I just live by heart to the Ten Commandments. I don't know them by heart. Or I know them by heart, but I can't recite them because they're not in my memory. Is that enough as a answer? But anyway, so there's this um, part in these that the Sabbath is really important. And I would say that the Sabbath is an acronym for meditation, calming down. The more you calm down, the longer you live. So strange. Okay, next picture. Because I made like 20 of them, 25, 26, more maybe. Okay, why they're so important? There is a very important prophecy in the Bible, Daniel 12:4. But you, I I'm not used to the Bible. I can't read them like I should. The 12th Daniel, the fourth verse or something. But you, Daniel, roll up and seal the words of the scroll until the time of the end. Many will go here and there to increase knowledge. The Torah is the scroll spoken of in Daniel 12, verse 4. Um, yeah, I'm a bit doubtful when it comes to those. It has been kept pure, letter by letter, for over 3,000 years, but the code hidden within it was only recently confirmed with the assistance of computers. Yeah, now we're talking. The Torah correlates with what I say just by having a code that couldn't be confirmed until computers existed. So yeah, this is the time of the end. The Daniel 12 for prophecy speaks of where people with computers will go here and there to increase knowledge. Yeah. And we go to computers to increase our knowledge. As I said, it's a recreation of the Akashic records. Since, well, it's a bad recreation of the Akashic records, because it's only recently that people that know some information have actually shared it, and many have heckled me because I tend to sit at YouTube a lot, but the real prophets aren't out in the streets talking to people. The real prophets are behind the computer because the ones that resonate with what they have to say will hear it. And the same goes with this message. The ones who understand it will take it in. The professional Torah code researcher Cardinal Richard Ruff discovered this monumental Torah code below regarding the Pahana, lost white brother. Yeah, and see what we got in 2011, I think. A strange person that doesn't even emit happiness. He was so lost. He didn't emit. They took someone that they thought was the right person. He is the Messiah, kind of. Uh, The, the righteous will prevail. I'm not gonna. Some things, some things were wrong, but it was also needed for this to happen. Uh, so don't get angry at him or the ones that prophesied it, because it's already spoken of. in the code. Um, Sitting here behind a computer screen, yeah, hoo-hoo. Yeah. Okay, now we come to the Pahana from God, and this is the person that they meant was the uh, what's it called, Messiah, and Lord God Word, and God Word Lord from Moses. What did Moses even say? I haven't read into that at all. I haven't. God first slash beginning slash Genesis, sign, realization, warmth, warmness, warm-heartedness, kinsh, certainty, sureness, certitude. I don't know why, but when he talked, I didn't feel any warm-heartedness from him. And as I said, that red is probably right in this sense, but when it comes to the other cross, not so much. Um, we all have roles to play because we are within a theater. This is why Shakespeare even came up with his. He saw it as a celebration of life, and he saw it as very fun to make use of his knowledge. So he threw it out there to the open masses. uh, and others didn't understand. When it comes later on to understand one thing, is the one thing that I really have resonated with. I've I've always resonated with stuff that is purposely put in for me. So the whole to be or not to be, that is the question. And the thing there is either to be a god or not to either to be the god or not be the god, or it's you choose by yourself if you believe in yourself or not. Either way, you're on your way in guidance, if you want to, towards a life of happiness with the other gods by the side of God. Yeah. So, yeah, I was thinking of the date because this was supposed to be at the 23rd of 23rd January of 2011. The 2nd of January 2011, my little brother took his life. Oh, shit. Sorry. Usually I don't start crying over that. Uh, yeah, he got his salvation at the end. He hanged himself, and uh, on the 23rd it was um, his his burial ceremony. and it's in Swedish here, and the person here, uh, we we were there's still a lot of strong feelings when it comes to my brother. I haven't really I haven't really took a last step to forgive myself and to accept that I had no part in his death. Okay, so if we can get back to our story. Uh, the person here, we were all taken under what's called uh, foster care. I was 15, almost, uh, and we were separated, all of us. We were we were four, and we were separated into two households. And after some time, we got separated even more. And on the day of my bur brother's burial, uh, uh, his foster, no, not foster mom, his my brother's girlfriend's mom, who I have still not met in person, uh, told me that she missed me that day, and I wasn't there because I wasn't invited, and that was because of my own arrogance and stupidity. So I I uninvited myself. And my mother got blamed instead by many because of me. So yeah. So she said that's that's quite stupid because you're his brother, and a hug. And I wrote 2 days later that I had told my mother, which I didn't even express as my mother. I expressed her by name, and I told her name to go fuck off. And yeah, things we do tend to get back on us later on when we understand ourselves. It wasn't her fault that I was uninvited. I just made a picture that wasn't really. I painted a picture that was false. And this is for a later picture, but I can go back on that. Lord God, Coder, Elohim, Truth. Uh, Coder. the, that word was because I didn't want to. I wanted to be a programmer all my life. I wanted to be a coder so I could change the world's school system by having a AI that helped the teachers who needed the most help so that they could start believing in themselves and get questions that they needed. Because the ones that do need help, they don't ask questions, they just live through it. And since I have all my associations from my whole life, I could see this, and I can see this, and I still want to do this. This is still a part of my idea, which is part of everyone's idea, really. It's got connected at a moment. Yeah. So, coder per se could be that, but it could also have that I have my analytic skills that decoded all this, or so I believe, and I believe religion to be a source of values and morals that builds a great society if you know what is written. Then we have this gift Allah engraver. It took me like 2 seconds to understand what the fuck I've just done. Sorry. Excuse the language. Hi. This was when I checked this and I saw gift Allah engraver. I started to check out what engraver is. And engraver is to engrave something into something, giving something. And if we go back, I actually gave every Muslim in the world the name of Allah. So, yeah. So, you can think that I am delusional. How much you want? You're not the only one that thinks that. You're just an you're just a mirroring of my own doubts. Do you know now, or now know, why Jesus wept all the time? why he questioned God all the time. Here is the definition of Allah, and it means the God. I still haven't given the God a name, since the God chooses his own name. But in a way, I have given the name because I am God, I am the God. I am gift of God. I am Slisk, word, and I am a God, the God, same as you. So you apply your name, you are God, you find yourself, you understand that you are God, then then you work towards perfection, and you understand that you are the God. You understand? That means everyone, God, Allah, all the deities, all of creation is the God. I thought to myself that the the only thing that I can do is to write down everything or say everything that I know, and calm. You understand? I have disturbance in my electromagnetic field. I have disturbance because I still have a disbelief, or not a disbelief. I know what I am, but I still doubt who I am, what I am. And since I do that, I I still have things to work with. And 2018 is the year that I told myself that I will prove to those close to me and everyone that listens that I know how to ascend and become one with everything. I don't even know if I emit a light. When I look upon myself, I see a white light, and it's so small. And people that talk about aura and stuff like that, they say we have a full spectrum of colors, but white is all colors, and I shouldn't be talking about that either. Uh, there's a lot to understand. There's a lot to learn. You need to come to the conclusion that you don't know anything, and from there relearn. You're not smart because you have a certain amount of something. You're not smarter than anyone else because you have more information than anyone in a specific area. If you are like Einstein, Einstein knew this in one way because Nikola Tesla was kind of connected with me. He had the purpose to deliver the means to create me. I can see the whole chain reaction. Damn, I'm so warm that I'm sweating. That's good. I'm actually fasting. I'm in on my second day now. I need to fast for a lot longer if I'm to cleanse myself totally. But that's what I'm doing is an extreme method, and many think they know stuff, so they tend to look down upon the ideas of others. Biblical Hebrew. Let's see. Allah exists in other Semitic languages, including Hebrew and Aramaic. Biblical Hebrew mostly uses the plural form, but functional singular Elohim. Let's see. God locating ancient. I refer. I'm a god. You're a god. When you, well, I can't tell people that they are gods because they aren't gods before they have gone through the trials. When they have gone through the trials and accepted the hardships, then they become God. And when they understand that they are not, and when they start loving themselves and understand that self is God, the God is all God, is everyone, then you love everything. When it comes to God locating ancient, I've seen a video that many videos that relocates the different well, we have the Freemasonry. It's a direct part of the it's a direct part of the what's it called, the Torah, and not the Torah, the Hebrew religion. It's not the Torah then. The Torah is the Holy Scripture, but the Hebrew religion, uh, the Freemasonry is a part that grew out of that, and my belief is that they were people that understood and are people that are helping in the background to change the world for the better. They have different levels to they are different levels of degrees, levels of degrees to get into. You learn some knowledge a bit for bit until you hopefully are capable to actually pinpoint everything and put it together as one, and therefore getting the knowledge. See? Apple, seeing the connection, locking. Uh, Father of might and strength. I haven't understood that, but many have told me that I'm very strong-willed or have a lot of strength within me. But the thing is that the whole with father, I don't know. Oh, or do I know? I don't know that part. That information is still being processed. There was something here about yeah, I need to go through here. No, is that? Yeah, this is Father Riailir's son. I haven't decoded everything here, but obviously there's something wrong with Gift Allah Engraver uh, Arlir, but instead of actually um, taking stuff for granted, as others have, kind of. Pentecost, let's see. Pentecost, Rusali or Rusalil, Lil, also called With Sunday and With Monday, are public holidays in Romania to celebrate the Christian belief of the Holy Ghost's descendant upon Jesus Christ's disciples. I'm still unsure about this. There's something I was sure about it in one way, because it was here somewhere, what, right? No, it's not on this picture, it's in the wrong. No, here. He was born preterm on Orthodox Pentecost due to his mother having toxemia, but I wasn't born. My mother didn't have toxemia. This is wrong. The birth was toxemia, as in unimaginable pain and then a flushing of my whole system. It's a cleansing. I had my awakening and I had 3 days of cleansing, which wasn't that pleasant because I was having my stomach hurt, and yeah, I still hadn't changed my diet or I think I did change my diet there. I had a water diet from Norway, nowhere, and then I just started with raw food, fruits, berries, and everything there. And then I went up a bit for bit, and felt how the body took what I ate and not, because there's so much things that we should look into a bit more. But have you ever peed from the other? No. Yeah, because that was what was happening. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was dying. That was my thought. For 3 days I thought I was dying because all that came out of me was water. All the water that I drank just went out again. And it wasn't like, yeah, I have my little diarrhea here and take a cup of shit and a half cup of water. It was liters. It was like having this can, drinking that, and then not having it go through the bladder at all. It went through everything else. So, yeah. But I'm very uncertain on when this happened. It could have been on a Monday or White Sunday. I think and talk in two different languages at the same time. Sometimes it's a bit difficult. I don't know when it was. It was in May or June in 2016. That much I know. And after that, I changed my whole way. And if we go to my, let's go to my Facebook. Yeah, because I have such a, and it's kind of degrading and it's not degrading. Let's see. 2016. And we have May, my friend, May the 1st, be with you. Ha. Okay, May the 4th, be with you. Oh. Okay, seems to be a lot. Seems to be a lot missing here. I wasn't really that active. I was from time to time. I've always had periods that where I'm not really. Are you kidding me? Okay, 2016 and June then. Okay. This is when I got really, 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 really into. Okay, so if we can back it up to when the Mandela effect started, then we can back up to when I changed realm or reality or någon kraschar framför dig och säger att han är Gud. Hur reagerar du? Skulle du lyssna? Ja, okej. Så I asked my friends in June of 26th, if someone steps in front of you and tells you that he's God, how would you react? Would you listen? Would you beg for forgiveness of every evil you've done? Or would you just laugh and dismiss it? Okay. And then at 26, I also had all laws in Sweden vanishes. What do you think? What are you going to do? How are you going to react? Are you going to um, what's it called now? Sorry, sorry. What was that? And I lose myself from time to time. Can't have everything in the head, right? Yeah, to exploit. Would you exploit the system if there weren't any laws in the world? And I got some questions. Yeah, I got some negative things. Yeah. And I was talking about dragons and dinosaurs and stuff like that, which means I was fully awake to question things, but I've been questioning things forever and ever and ever. So, but I've also had times when I do not question things, and I try to find the date when I how many here do you remember this? Mandela effect. Luke, I am your father, which I know by heart is true. The ones that can see the truth and hold on to it. It was changed for a reason, and that is to see which of you who would listen or not. I didn't understand that then, but as the time went on, I understood that it was an awakening. A Mandela effect, Coca-Cola, snow glitch, mirror for all of Mandela, okay, disease, true cause and cure for cancer, people wouldn't lie, people wouldn't listen to what I said, so yeah. 2016 is years that many oh yeah, I've said a lot of crazy stuff because I didn't know what to believe in. I have followed this though, and if you follow the strength and also look upon how people feel in these areas, then you will understand that God is punishing everyone that deserves it. Yeah, tornadoes in Hamburg. Who would ever see that happen? Like, I was, yeah, I followed so much things. Yeah, Cloyd, I have a hard time believing that is a really, really good thing, but yeah, research, research, research. I don't condone fluoride, so but it's up to everyone to try it. Spirulina is really good for the body in one way, but at the same time, it's really disgusting. So you need to levitation breakthroughs. This is by sound. And what you do is the sound waves break out the light. It disturbs the light, and when it disturbs the light, there's like these pockets where vacuum is created. It's it's so amazing. Uh, yeah, June the 11th. New eating habits. Quit smoking. Stop drinking. And my values about racism is non-acceptable. And yeah. Okay, so around the 9th and the 10th, 9th and 9/11. Whoa. Okay, yeah. So around, yeah, numerology, very important things happen at 9/11 things, like 9/11, which isn't good. But at least it waked up some people. Okay, so now it's in the video. That's great. Okay, let's get over here then. So we need to see one more thing. What was that date even? It's 2018 now. Keep forgetting. Okay, up. How can up be the old dates? Are they incapable of? Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. April, May. May the 9th. June. Okay. So Did I tell? Yeah, I spoke about the I spoke about the during a white Monday. The only white Monday is either the 11th of April, 4th. Well, I don't care. Someone else can figure that out. I don't really care about small details. Either people believe in what I say or people don't believe what I say. This is what I had: fever, I had hypertension, I don't know what that is, rashes. I didn't have all the symptoms. You don't need all the symptoms for it to be, because I wasn't vomiting, I was just having diarrhea. So, but the whole thing with understanding toxemia is when you go through when you go through um, a cleansing, which is you accumulate energy, you change your way, you go through the seven deadly sins, and you start working with yourself. When that happens, you are automatically telling your body, I don't really want to have this in my body anymore, so bye bye. And if it's a lot of it, you will puke it out and you will shit, you crap. Well, I'm not going to go into the details, but that's what toxemia is. It's a full cleansing of your body. Talking out of my own experiences. So, yeah. Okay, we can close that down. Okay, did I do something wrong? I did something wrong. Of course I did. I'm not perfect yet, and when I come to the conclusion that I am perfect, or stop doubting it, or something, I don't know. When, anyway, so it's gonna be a lot easier, I think. And okay, so this is for the 10th picture. This was a storm then, and one of the bigger storms in Australia, but I don't know, but I started knitting again, which means I was being creative. Uh, Somewhere between the, if that could vanish, would be nice. There, 28th. I have nothing between there, so somewhere in between here I started knitting, and I only start knitting or do anything when I'm passionate about it. I'm not interested in making stuff just because. I use that time to find myself and make something out of it. And I did it again. Why? Okay. Okay, there. Yeah, and this god thingy that I changed over and over again until I concluded to use this version, because this version is the more complete one, and if there is questions, then yeah, these videos. And this is storms outside of UK. I haven't. I've all only correlated to what I myself have seen, and that was the 9th. I have nothing between the 1st and the 10th. So there's nothing to correlate with. And apocalyptic father. Yeah, 13th of December 2013, glacial because. Now, and he said apocalyptic. It says apocalyptic father, and real is obviously. I don't know how to, but I know something. The heaviest December snowstorm in at least 50 years blanketed parts of Israel, including Jerusalem, and it looked like this. And it looked like this in Egypt. Snow in Egypt. It was actually snow in Africa, far south in Africa that year, I think. Uh, and there was also this pre-prediction in the Torah about this a couple of months before, so they already warned the people here. I'm actually a bit afraid of awakening fully, because that's why I doubt myself, because I don't know what happens, especially when, yeah, and the Torah, Book of Allah, says that is Tavrat, Torah is a book of God. So yeah, getting back to this, I think. No, it wasn't. Where is it? No, not that far back. Okay, okay. If we take like this, every year at the 12th, from 12 to the night, through the night of the 12th into the 13th of December every year till this year, there have been a movie night on the cinema, and me and my friends, we usually went through with this every year, and there it was. And I know that well, it's like this. If I get passionate, I kind of spread the feelings that I get, especially when. So, in one way, I was the destroyer, or is the destroyer, at the same time that I am not, because what I what I take in is what I emit to others. You understand? And when you don't understand, really, I don't know how strong this could be, but when you're in a cinema with, like, let's say 60 people that are dead, that don't emit warmth and happiness and stuff like that, and we have a movie like, well, Walter Mitty. Uh, and for those who have seen it, you surely know that it's a very sad movie about a very lonely person that gets gratitude in the end. The other things I saw was like, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, nothing. Yeah, I can't correlate this to what I have done. Ha ha ha. And I saw this, and I was like, yeah, okay. I was in theater, so, and I went on, and then it was like, damn, get back, look through, water Mede, okay, yeah, not good. And then I could see the correlation with cold. A whole night of cold. I spent 3 movies with at least 1 hour. As it starts at 12 and it stops at 7. So it's 7 hours of being around people that make me cold, and what I feel is what I emit. And if I, yeah, it's up to everyone to understand what I said. I've been poking around in the idea that we are causing the weather for a very long time. So, yeah. But the thing that is with a destroyer and a rebirther, or an ascended one, is that when you have, it's not like, yeah, I can do this and nothing happens. Because if I do it wrong, everything goes wrong. That is why I am so utterly, damn, this is like 6. Okay, but I should stop this one. Um, I'll, well, I'm keeping on in the next one.